Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Let's just say, tonight I had other plans. Didn't plan on making this video. I just wanted to watch my otter videos on YouTube. Just get into bed, glass of water, curled up nice and snug, put on some otters being adorable. Absolutely adorable. But, I guess one of those villains just crawls its way up from the depths of hell. And guess what? Oh, who is this? It's G4TV's Frosk. And she's put out a tweet going, I survived. I survived. With a crown and a dude glasses and the spliff, because yo, I survived. Let's play some games, yo. So what's the context of this? Oh, she survived the sackings of the staff yesterday. G4TV sacked 30 staff yesterday. And this is on top of staff which has been periodically let go over the course of the last few months. There was quite a few tweets from former employees saying, this is my last day here at G4. Thank you. But now we've got a huge wad of 30 staff. Not only that, the CEO left. Mr. Chobot left. Because the whole purpose of G4 was to create this esports division. But, as we all recall, but just in case some of you might not, this wonderful human being went and did a massive rant on one of the shows about sexism in gaming, when what it really was there for was to cover up mistakes by her colleagues, on certain aspects of gaming. And I think it was relating to something to do with the Xbox, something to do with the PlayStation. And she'd already been inflammatory, which is her right to do, about PlayStation and Sony a couple of days. So she's already drawing the ire, let's just say, of the Sony Xbox fanboys. That's their prerogative. But she knows her audience. She knows exactly who's there. So to cover up the mistakes, instead of owning up to them, well, she sort of owned up to them. She blamed her colleagues in her rant. So she's like low-key, when she's doing this rant about sexism and gaming, and everyone's clapping like a seal, like Adam's cesspit. We'll get onto you in a sec. They're all clapping like that. She's like, yeah, so it's not like, you know, my fault that my colleagues were getting information wrong. So let's get back to blaming you. But G4 wasn't too far removed from relaunch. It was like 2 months after the relaunch. And there are a lot of people that have fond memories of the name G4 and the brand G4 and, you know, the shows that used to happen back in there. And she comes out and she gives this sexism in gaming, and she basically tells off her audience because they are talking not even a massive amount. The thing is, never has anyone produced a receipt to actually show what she was claiming. But she was claiming that people are in the audience talking about how fit Morgan Webb was, or how fit Olivia Munn was. And they were more bangable than her. Now, Frosk has an ego the size of the fucking moon. She's one of these raving narcissists, and she's also a horrible person from what you can see that she's been doing on the internet, from the communities that she's been involved with. League of Legends one, they basically run her out of that because they fucking hated her. And then G4 picked her up because G4 seemed to be put together again, unfortunately, by like-minded pieces of shit, like, as I mentioned, Adam Cesspit, Adam Sessler, but we'll call him Adam Cesspit, who, in a barrage of his own mentally ill tweets, put out that if one of his family members were to unfortunately terminate, then they voted Republican, then he wouldn't give a toss and would sit back and sip cool champagne. That's what he said about his own family just because they voted Republican. No caveats. You know, doesn't care about minutia, doesn't care about nuance, about why they might have done so. No, just an arbitrary, them, us, don't care if they terminate. I will sip cool champagne. What a freak. What a degenerate. So we've already established that one of the main people, Adam Cesspit, in G4 is a degenerate piece of scum. And so he surrounded himself with degenerate pieces of scum. Or at least hypocritical pieces of scum. So as Frosk is giving her sexism in gaming speech, he's there clapping like a seal. She's getting cheered on by her co-workers. One of the co-workers, by the way, who was saying that it was weird. It's weird, Frosk, that people talk about, guys talk about banging women. It's weird. And yet, sorry, got a bit of beef jerky. And yet, on his own channel, he was quite happy to talk about women, giving him the old do. You know what I'm saying? Which is odd because that, according to you, is weird. Again, I don't care that he talks about this kind of stuff. I just laugh at the hypocrisy of it. And when she had finished her rant and said to people right at the end, and if you don't like it, don't watch. And everyone patted her on the back and she felt like $1 million. I just socked it to them. The audience, the actual people that pay their fucking way and wages by tuning in. Oh no, it's the sponsors. No. Because the sponsors aren't fucking sponsoring when people aren't fucking watching. So you got to make sure you've got an audience there ready to go. And they had the brand right there. And so when she said, if you don't like it, don't watch it, guess what? The audience didn't watch it anymore. And so saw the decline and what will be the inevitable death of G4 again. As people started to stop watching their video in droves. So much so, they were downvoting videos that it destroyed the algorithm of the channel because they had to then switch the G4 YouTube channel to the X-Play channel and back. So now the X-Play became the shit G4 channel and the G4 became the X-Play channel, which wasn't affected, but it became affected. Because even though they did the switch and algorithmically, and they worked with YouTube on this to do this, by the way, and algorithmically tried to get back on track, nobody watched anymore. They shot themselves. The 3 words which destroyed G4TV, sexism in gaming, as if some pathetically fucking haired and tatted up bint thought that she was better than any single member of your audience. And I know, because I've fucking been there. Without your audience, you are nothing. You owe them everything. And the minute that you lose that groundedness and that humbleness and turn it into hubris, you get this tosser. And because of her, and because of the damage that was done, like I said, Mr. Chobot, who was there for the esports, left the company, left the country. take up a job with another esports company. One that probably isn't going to shoot itself in the foot by hiring activist scum. And then one of the CEOs, I think recently, just a couple of weeks ago, left. And as I mentioned, since January, when this started, there's been a steady flow of people having to leave. But yesterday was a big one, with 30 of them having to go. And this person here is responsible for quite a bit of it, to be perfectly honest with you. Quite a large proportion of the people who have been sacked is because of her decision and then G4's decision to back up and support her, which, by the way, they've now privated on YouTube and deleted on Twitter their support of Frosk on that rant. And that rant has gone from G4. But because they came out initially and they all went, and even Mr. Chobot, before he left, was like, if you don't support these, then you don't deserve to watch us. They were shooting each other in the foot and in the head and in their arsehole. Shooting each other everywhere. And we just sat back and we're just fucking watching the show. Watching the show as you blew yourselves up. But the problem is, right, when people get fired from these companies, the likelihood is this 30 staff members that got sacked, probably backstage crew for the most part, I'd guesstimate that the vast majority of them were just hard workers at the back, you know, payroll, whatever division, I don't know. But they just turned up there. They needed a job. They wanted a job. And they were doing a hard day's work and earning their money. While this person who caused it all and has discovered that they're not going to be one of the people being sacked, you narcissistical twat, survived. Congratulations. Congratulations. I made a meme for you. Here, this is Zippy, or Zipper, I should really say. This is Zipper. And Zipper survived too. And she says, I survived because fuck my colleagues. I guess that sounds pretty much like you, Frosk. Way to shit all over those people who lost their jobs because of your mess. Repulsive person. No wonder none of these gaming communities want anything to do with her. Poisonous, vile, toxic, and selfish and narcissistical to the end. See you in the next video. Bye for now.